안녕하세요. I'm Morning and welcome to Unit 2. Today we're going to learn how to choose an in-flight beverage in Korean. Imagine that a flight attendant comes to your seat and asks what would you like to drink. You may want coffee, juice, tea, or something else. How can you ask what drinks are available and choose one politely? In this lesson, you'll learn two useful sentence patterns that you can use right away. Our main sentence today is 커피로 주세요. It means I'll have coffee, please. By the end of this lesson, you'll be able to ask what drinks are available and choose one politely and quickly. We're going to listen to the full conversation, break down the key patterns, and then practice speaking on our own. Ready? Let's begin. First, I want to show you where today's lesson comes from my ebook, How to Speak Korean Like a Native. We're working with Unit 2 on pages 14 and 15. If you'd like to learn more about the ebook, take a look at the description box and pin comment. Okay, let's jump into Unit 2. First, let's listen to the complete conversation. You don't need to repeat it yet. Just listen and try to understand the situation. The flight attendant says, 어떤 음료로 드릴까요? What type of drink would you like? You say, 음료수 어떤 거 있어요? What kinds of drinks do you have? Flight attendant, 콜라, 사이다, 커피, 주스, 맥주 있습니다. We have a Coke, soda, coffee, juice, and beer available. Then you say, 커피로 주세요. I'll have coffee, please. The flight attendant. 네, 여기 있습니다. Here you are. And you say, 감사합니다. Thank you. Great. There are two main skills in this conversation. First, you ask what drink options are available. Then, you choose one of the options politely. Let's look at the two patterns one by one. Our first core pattern is 음료수 어떤 거 있어요? Let's break it down. First, 음료수. 음료수 means beverages or drinks. Next, we have 어떤 거. 어떤 거 means what kinds or which ones. Then add 있어요. 있어요 means do you have or what is available in this situation. So the complete pattern is 음료수 어떤 거 있어요? This means what kinds of drinks do you have? Now listen and repeat after me. 음료수 어떤 거 있어요? One more time. 음료수 어떤 거 있어요? Good. Now let's try the same pattern with tea. 차 어떤 거 있어요? This means what kinds of tea do you have? Repeat after me. 차 어떤 거 있어요? Great. One important point is that this is natural spoken Korean. In Korean, the topic often comes first and the question follows. So you don't need to translate the words one by one. Just remember the complete expressions. 음료수 어떤 거 있어요? Okay. Now let's look at the second core pattern. 커피로 주세요. This means I'll have coffee, please. First, we have coffee. Coffee means coffee. After the drink, add 으로. 으로 marks the option that you choose. And here is a quick tip. Use 로 after a word ends in a vowel or 리을, and use 으로 after a vowel ends in any other consonant. For example, 커피 ends in a vowel, so you say 커피로 주세요. And wine ends in the consonant 니은, so we say 와인으로 주세요. Then add 주세요. 주세요 is a polite way to say please give me. So the complete pattern is drink으로 주세요. Let's practice. 커피로 주세요. One more time. 커피로 주세요. Good. Now let's change the drink. 주스로 주세요. I'll have juice, please. Repeat after me. 주스로 주세요. Excellent. You can use this pattern when someone gives you several options. Choose the drink, add 로 or 으로, and finish with 주세요. For example, 콜라로 주세요 means cola please. Just remember the complete patterns. drink, 으로 주세요. Now let's learn some useful drink words that you might hear on an airplane. Listen and repeat after me. 콜라, 콜라. 사이다, Sprite. 커피, coffee. 주스, juice. 차, tea. 맥주, beer. 와인, wine. In Korean, 사이다 usually refers to a clear lemon lime soda, such as Sprite. Now let's look at some common lines from the flight attendant. The first line is 어떤 음료로 드릴까요? This means what type of drinks would you like? The flight attendant is asking you to choose one of the available drinks. The second line is 콜라, 사이다, 커피, 주스, 맥주 있습니다. This means we have Coke, soda, coffee, juice, and beer available. And the third line is 네, 여기 있습니다. This means here you are. You don't need to produce all of these steps lines yourself yet, but it's important to recognize them so that you can understand the flow of the conversation. Of course, you can order in English on the plane, but try using one simple Korean sentence as practice before you arrive in Korea. Now it's time to practice speaking. Please answer out loud, even if you're watching this alone. First, repeat the three main sentences after me. 음료수 어떤 거 있어요? 커피로 주세요. 감사합니다. Great. Now we're going to change the drink. I'll give you a drink and you make a complete sentence. First, 콜라. How would you choose 콜라? 콜라로 주세요. Great. Next, 사이다. Sprite. 사이다로 주세요. And next, 주스. Juice. 주스로 주세요. Now choose tea. 차. 차로 주세요. And now choose beer. 맥주. 맥주로 주세요. Finally, choose wine. 와인. 와인으로 주세요. Notice that wine ends in a consonant sound, so we use 으로 instead of 로. Excellent. Now, let's do a mini role play. You're the passenger and I'm the flight attendant. 어떤 음료로 드릴까요? 콜라, 사이다, 커피, 주스, 맥주 있습니다. 네, 여기 있습니다. Great. Now it's time for our check challenge. I'll show you an English sentence. Try to say it in Korean within 3 seconds. Number 1. What kinds of drinks do you have? 음료수 어떤 거 있어요? Number 2. I'll have coffee, please. 커피로 주세요. Number 3. Thank you. 감사합니다. How was it? Let's review today's 3 important expressions. 어떤 거 means what kinds or which ones. 으로 marks the option that you choose. And 주세요 makes the request polite. For your mini homework, first, say today's 3 sentences out loud. Second, choose 3 different drinks and make 3 new sentences. And third, write 1 Korean sentence in the comments below. For example, 주스로 주세요. I'd love to see your sentences you create. In the next unit, we'll learn how to choose an in-flight meal in Korean. Today, we practiced how to ask what drinks are available and choose an in-flight beverage in Korean. Today's lesson was one of the real-life situations featured in my ebook, How to Speak Korean Like a Native. Inside, you'll find 100 practical Korean situations with dialogues, audio, vocabulary, and practice activities. It's designed to help you practice expressions you can actually use in everyday conversation. You can find the full ebook in the description and the pinned comment below. And don't forget to leave 1 sentence from today's lesson in the comments. Thank you for practicing with me today, and I'll see you in Unit 3. 안녕!